Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh. Today we're going to be talking about this Two Vets tripod and ball head, what I think about it, some of the features, and some of the differences you can expect if you're looking at one that has inverted legs like this guy or a more traditional tripod. So let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is this ball head, and I think this sets it apart from a lot of the other kind of mid-range because this is a mid-price range. I'll throw the price up over here for the ball head and the tripod, but this ball head is extremely smooth. So here, like most typical ball heads, you do have a tensioner. So this is going to be your pan tension, and if you tension that all the way up, basically it's barely or not at all going to pan. We can actually tighten it up more and that's going to lock it in. But some of the cheaper ball heads, if you loosen them all the way up, they kind of flop around. This one does not do that. It is easy to manipulate, but you'd really have to feel this. It is just super smooth. You can tell that the tolerances are very, very tight. So a ball head like this would be very good for hunting. This would do you very well as a coyote hunting, or if you were going to use a spotter and you're looking at multiple targets, you could always set this up and then you could very easily and consistently pan without this thing shaking and rattling all around. So that's going to be one big difference that you're going to feel once you get your hands on this. Now on the other side here you have your main clamp. This is going to basically control the main part of the ball head. Again, you can tension this to be whatever you want. You can add some tension so when you loosen it up it's very controlled, or you can loosen that up so that basically once you loosen this it really will just kind of go wherever it wants to go. But this is also very smooth. That's one of the biggest things I've noticed about this tripod overall, is that all the controls are very, very smooth. You can tell that this is machined very well and held to very good tolerances. Now down in the body or the top of the tripod here, this thing is a beast. It is very, very beefy. Now I'm sure if you put this against something more expensive like a really, really right stuff, then those are going to be probably as beefy, as well made, but they are going to be more lightweight than this. So this may weigh a few ounces more than a really right stuff or something similar, but for the price point, you're getting something very well engineered, very well made. You can see that we have our leg locks here, and simply pull those out, and that's going to allow you to move this up. And as you drop it down, it auto locks in place. Another pretty cool feature. So very easy to deploy. Now, another big part of this particular one is the inverted leg, and this is the V2 LS. So we have inverted legs. You can hear the air rushing out of that. That's actually a good thing. That means that this thing is probably pretty well sealed up. And this is going to be as small as this tripod gets. And that could be good or bad depending on what you want to use this for. Now, for this kind of tripod, this is really going to shine as a rear support tripod, a spotting scope tripod, or really a hunting tripod. You could put your hunting rifle on here, kind of throw that over your shoulder, and when you get to where you're going, all you need to do is unlock these guys, set your height. It's really fast. Same for if you're using this for rear tripod support. This is going to be very fast to deploy on a stage, and that's really the benefit of the inverted legs. But there are cons to this to consider if you're looking at even other brands, is that the inverted legs are fast and easy to deploy, and they work really well for the things that we mentioned. But if you're the guy who wants to run a tripod caddy from Armageddon Gear or something on here, then once you put that on, you can no longer collapse this. If you are used to throwing your tripod in the trunk of your car with your other gear in a bag, then obviously this won't get as compact as one of the traditional kind of leg tripods, because these inverted legs just aren't meant for that. So there is some give and takes, but again, overall, first look on the Two Vets, this 55mm ball head. This thing is probably one of the nicest ball heads I've ever felt, and that's kind of irrelevant of price. This ball head is silky smooth, works really, really well. It's 55mm if you're looking to buy this exact one from Two Vets. And then the LS inverted leg here, really nice. Now, like I said, this doesn't check all the blocks for me as an inverted leg tripod. This would be probably my hunting tripod or my dedicated spotter, or, you know, if you're into rear tripod support, then this would be a great choice for that. I do have other tripods with more traditional legs that I do run that Armageddon gear tripod caddy on. I do like that system, and you could run it on this, but you have to be aware that you can't collapse the legs with it on it, because you know, you have stuff strapped to the upper legs, so this is somewhat going to limit you. And now what I'm going to do is, I've actually reviewed quite a few tripods, and I know you guys are probably getting tired of hearing just my opinion, so expect a second video on this. But I'm going to lend this out to a buddy of mine who's a competitive shooter, and he has nice equipment. I want to let him take a look at it. He has no skin in the game. I don't either. I don't get any kickbacks from these guys. Just a good company wanted to do a review on this tripod because I've seen so many people using them. But I'm going to let him use this thing for the next couple of weeks to a month, and then we're going to get with him. We're going to do a second part of this after it's gotten some more use, and he's used it. I want to see what he has to think. But I think for right now, if you are on the fence, if you're looking at 2Vets as a brand, I've been really pleasantly surprised with the build quality of this. And like I said, the Ballhead has blown me away. This is, like I said, one of the best Ballheads I think that I've ever used is this 2Vets 55mm. So far good to go. I'm probably going to see if I can check out one or two more of their tripods. Oh, and of course, elephant in the room here. Let me sneak this up here. This is the Track Spotter. I'm not going to say a lot about it because we're doing a tripod review, but I've been using this with this and other things, and so far very impressed with this Track spotting scope too. So this whole package has just been super impressive, has worked really well for me. So expect a full video on this. I'm waiting for a Digiscope adapter. I want to be able to show you guys the glass quality, and this does have an interchangeable system, so you can unlock this and you can actually take the eyepiece off and put you on a mill reticle eyepiece, so you can have the zoom or the mill reticle. We got both to test both, so expect to see that. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate 2Vets tripod for sending this out for review. We're gonna get this to my buddy Len, and we're gonna see what he thinks about it in part 2. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.